and then you can change this. You can have a navigation also inside this, so you can have your speedometer out here. You can have it at the heads-up display out here as well on top, and you can have your different settings out here. You can have your, then there we see it, V8 bi-turbo. Oh my god, that's just so beautiful. Fixed rear spoiler. This car with the optional extras comes for 3 CR on road price, guys, and that is well far from cheap. Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to another video. In today's video I am sat in the GT63S. This is the AMG limousine and it's massive. This is the 4-door version of the GT car and it is beautiful. It is amazing. And the steering wheel is Alcantara. I just don't know where to start, guys. There's so much. This car is Mercedes AMG's most aggressive, most powerful car. Well, keep aside the Black Series. Guys, up front is a massive 4-liter V8 engine. It's a bi-turbo engine, that means 2 turbochargers that produces 630 brake horsepower and 900 Newton meters of torque. Guys, 900 Newton meters of torque is massive. Guys, this is one of the most powerful cars with Mercedes cars with 630 brake horsepower and 900 Newton meters of torque. Well, it is the second most powerful Mercedes car with that amount of torque. The maximum being 1000 Newton meters of torque from the Mercedes Maybach, which is a different class altogether. But 900 is massive and you're going to be getting all that torque in the mid-range between 2500 to 5500 RPM, and this car goes all the way up to 7000 RPM. Guys, it is massive and the sound note is something extremely phenomenal. We're going to be walking you through in today's video with all that you can expect with this car and the massive price tag that this car comes with. Now guys, what does this car actually stand for and where does it come in? We have the regular GT, which is the coupe car with the massive engine in the front and a sports body, only 2-seater. This car is a 4-seater version of that car and it is priced at approximately, with this particular one, the one that I'm sitting in right now, with all the optional extras, which these finicky things that you can see out here, these things that you can fool around with the massive brake calipers and the fixed rear spoiler. This car with the optional extras comes for 3 CR on road price, guys, and that is well far from cheap. Now guys, up front we see the massive panoramic grille that is the signature grille of the AMG that we'll see on the GT, the regular GT, as well as this 4-door GT. And we see the beautiful LED headlamps of AMG with a multi-LED display. We have the bi-turbo badging on both the fenders of the car, and you see these massive yellow color brake calipers, which are again an optional extra. These are carbon ceramic brakes that you see up front and at the back. 6 piston calipers up front. Both the wheels, the front wheels and the rear wheels, are 20-inch wheels. The front wheels are 265/40 R20s and the rear wheels are bigger in size with 295/35 R20s, and they just look so beautiful and complement the overall car. At the front we see the massive air vents for all the air that is needed to cool the intercooler and the engine of this car up front. We can see a small silhouette of that also out here in our instrument cluster. There are massive 2 screens out here, by the way. In the center, the diffuser that's there opens and closes for the aerodynamics. If the engine is getting too hot, it opens up to cool the engine, but closes it back again for better aerodynamics. Guys, this car, being a limousine of sorts, comes with soft closing doors that you would see on the S class. That's another super luxury feature. Now guys, I am in the driver's seat right now and there are 3 memory seat settings with extended under thigh support, and I can control the passenger side as well. If I click this button, I can take control of the passenger side seat as well. Now guys, this, like the international market, in the previous generation that had come to India, the Media car did not have the heads-up display, but now there's a heads-up display that's available on the car that we purchased, and the infotainment system in this car is the MBUX, which is the Mercedes-Benz Uconnect, which is integrated also with the AMG and the performance that you will see. Before we get to the interiors, let's talk about the back. At the back we see a fixed spoiler, that's an optional extra, which is approximately 10 lakhs as an option on this car. It's a carbon fiber rear spoiler. We also see some carbon fiber treatment on the ORVMs up front, and it just looks so beautiful and it's integrated. We have a rear diffuser at the end, which is a functional diffuser, by the way, and a quad exhaust with the AMG badging on the exhaust pipe. You see the GT badging, the GT63S badging at the back as well, and it's just beautiful. The car just looks amazing, and we have the dynamic swipe indicators at the back and as well as at the front. Guys, like this body is a coupe style body. Although it's a 4-door car, it is a coupe style body which you can see with a nice sloping roof. This coupe style body is done for better aerodynamics and also has other names like the fastback or the sportsback, which actually helps in the aerodynamics whilst you're driving this car really fast, which you are probably gonna, if you're on a track, you're not gonna want to do this in Mumbai roads definitely. Now guys, the interiors just look super beautiful. We have the yellow stitching on the dash and everywhere on our side doors. This yellow stitching is actually goes to match with the yellow brake calipers, the massive yellow brake calipers that we see at the front and the back. And we also have this yellow ring out here to let you know when the car is at the dead center. We also see some yellow trims in the instrument cluster in the MID that is integrated, which actually just adds to the overall performance. If I'm not wrong, in the international market, the seat belts are also yellow in color, but in this model, in the one that's coming in India or the one that is in India, you have the black seat belts, which is sort of disappointing in my opinion. This entire steering wheel is Alcantara, and we have the yellow stitching on the steering wheel as well. Now, where do we start with the steering wheel? Okay, on the right hand side, we have everything to control the MID or the driver's aid out here, and we can go into the different settings. Right now we are in the AMG performance setting where you'll get the boost and a lot of other things. We'll go into the details of all of that. On the right hand side, we can control the infotainment system. Now these are massive 12.5-inch screens made to look like one big unit, but they're two 12.5-inch screens right next to each other, but the overall look of it is just integrated like it's one massive panel, and in my opinion it just looks really good, and I'm sure you'll agree. These AC vents are made to look like turbines. Just look how beautiful they look, and they change color when you change the temperature. If I change the temperature from here, it changes to red, and if I change it down, it changes to blue to show that it's cooling or it's in a heating mode. The steering wheel, these two particular things out here are optional extras. This steering wheel has obviously the flat bottom, the AMG style flat bottom with the AMG branding out here, which is so beautiful in my opinion. We have the regular AMG steering wheel, otherwise with the aluminium paddle shifters, the plus and the minus at the back out here. So now this, guys, is an optional extra where you can choose the different drive modes. You can go into your individual modes. You have 6 drive modes in this car: your slippery, individual, comfort, sports, sport plus, and race mode. Yes, in this car you get a race mode which you don't get in your other AMG cars, because this is a proper AMG, proper dedicated sports car. So you can either toggle it by rotating it, or you can press the button and it will change it. You can go into either any of the settings, and instead of going all the way up, you can just press this button and it'll go into individual mode. Here again is this another thing. These two things are optional extras on the car which cost more money, obviously. Here you can now go into the AMG dynamic mode and you can change it out here. You can also change what is getting displayed out here. For example, I can have the traction control, or I can have the suspension. These can be changed out here, and again for this one I can change it by clicking on the LCD screen or the little beautiful display that's there out here, and I can either choose what I want and then I can change it by clicking this tactile button. Here on the left hand side we have this BlackBerry style thing where we can actually select. Now we can go into climate control, we can go into dynamic settings, we can go into track pace, a lot of things that are there in this car. Right now this car is obviously a display car, so not all the information is available to me, but I can actually go inside here and fiddle around with this, and there's a slight bit of lag. I'm sure that this lag will not be the case when you purchase the car and when the car is actually on the road. This is actually a display car, so there are certain things that aren't functioning as smooth as what you would expect it to. So you can go into your vehicle settings out here. There is a slight lag, I do agree, but you get this beautiful screen and you can see your car and you can see all the information regarding your car, regarding the engine, regarding the temperature when you're racing. You can have track time. It's just endless, the entire list. And you can also see the same thing out here. It's integrated at a smaller screen out here, so that you have a tachometer and your display of your screen. And if that's not enough, you have a heads up display out here to show you that the car can go up all the way to 7,000 RPM. Now guys, if you're idling and you're accelerating hard, this car has a RPM lock of 3,500 RPM. So that's a sort of a disappointment, but that's done as per the new rules that cars aren't allowed to idle. You can't just rev it really hardcore, so that you don't make so much noise. And we have some fake carbon fiber unfortunate treatment that's happening out here. This is all fake carbon fiber, guys, so don't let that disappoint you, but that is some sort of a disappointment in my opinion. But overall, just look at the dash, it just looks amazing. You have your memory seat settings out here up to 3. You have your heated cool seats out here. In this car, there are only the heated seats, they are on the cool seats, so that's again a little bit disappointing because in Mumbai we're never going to be wanting heated seats really, unless we have the AC to maximum. And then we have mics out here for your Bluetooth. We have a vanity mirror with a light out here as well. And we have this, we have another speaker out here, again aluminium finished, machine cut, laser cut thing that's happening. It's really beautiful. And we have a sun and moon roof. Now the sun and moon roof is a very small sun and moon roof, guys. Unfortunately, for some reason Mercedes has not really put a panoramic sun and moon roof that you would see in other Mercedes cars, which possibly could be available. I'm not sure if it was because of the sloping roof that they could not provide it, but I'm sure that they could have somehow provided, because we see it in the other GT cars, or like for example the coupe, the C43 AMG has a massive sun and moon roof. This, I don't know, for some reason does not. It's really small. I'm going to open it just to show you, make the cabin a little bit more airy, and there you go. It's not a lot, guys. This car is driver focused. This car is, you know, this is where you're gonna be most likely. You're gonna have your kids sitting at the back, or your friend sitting at the back, your wife or your husband sitting at the side when you are driving. This car is very rarely gonna be given to your driver to drive. This is more of a family oriented car when you have a big family and you want to take everybody around in style, in speed. This is the car for that. Obviously it comes with a hefty price tag of 3 CR. That's with the optional extras. Otherwise you can get it for even 2.5 CR, with taking out a few things like that massive wing at the back and these little buttons out here. And you can have smaller disc brakes and the normal brakes instead of having carbon ceramic brakes, which are the ones that are there on this display car. Now guys, coming to the massive center console, guys, I love this. Now what's happening out here is, okay, this is the AC, the regular AC thing that you'll see in all the Mercedes cars, and we have cup holders out here. Out here are the cup holders with a cigarette lighter, and we have some other buttons like the media radio that you'll see on your regular car. But the best part is if you look at the screen, you see that I am just sliding through this and it is actually going through it. So I don't need to, whilst I'm driving, I can focus on the road and I can just slide through this and I know where I want to go. If I want to go into navigation, I'll go there and I'll click it, and then the navigation starts. Like I told you, this car is a little bit slow. The infotainment system is a little bit slow, but this is a display car. It's not going to be the case when you have your car, when you purchase this car. You can put on off the passenger airbags, and other things like your hazard warning light is also out here. Now guys, once you go into the infotainment system, I shall explain about the driving modes a little bit in detail a little bit later, but first let's focus on this. Now guys, you see 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4. This is actually done to replicate the V8 bank, the cylinder banks that's there in the front in this car. That's why we have these 8 buttons out here, and these are beautiful. We have a little bit of a screen inside out here to show you what exactly is getting displayed, and as soon as you press it, you will see the information come up on the screen. You can see how responsive it is. Now what is what? This particular button on the left is for your volume. You can increase and decrease your volume from here with this little toggle. This is not a touch button. Now this is a touch button, where this is your auto start stop feature, which you would pretty much require sometimes on this car if you're stuck in a lot of traffic. But I don't know how much you're going to be saving, because this car claims, the company claims that it gives you 8.5 kilometers per liter, but you can expect 2 to 3 if you're belting the car. Anyway, start stop feature is out here, and it changes as soon as you click the button. Then we have this is very interesting. This is our exhaust note. We can make it, right now it's the blue exhaust note, which means it's a regular and it is not too heavy. You can make it red, which goes into the powerful exhaust mode, which changes out here. You can see balanced and powerful, that gets changed out here. That's what I'm clicking, and it's changing. At the bottom, at the last out here, we see another dead button. Now guys, this button is dead because there is a wing at the back. In the version of the car which does not come with the fixed wing, you get a wing that's retractable and that opens up. You can change that from the button out here, but that is blank because this is an ordinary. In fact, the fixed wing on this car is a 10 lakh optional extra, which is carbon fiber at the back. So that is an additional extra on this car, and if you didn't have that, if you had the regular car, it would have a retractable wing which could be controlled from this button out here. Now this again is not a button, but you can move this with this toggle and you can change your driving modes. There are 6 driving modes in this car, and they go from slippery. Which is the first one. If you're on the rain, you should have this on slippery, or you can go into individual, you can go into comfort, sports, sports plus, and race. These are the 6 settings that you see on this performance AMG car. You can change the gearbox settings from drive to manual from out here. So you can take and put this car into manual, and once you put into manual, it will hold the gear for you. For example, if you put into manual in the 3rd gear, as much as you keep accelerating the car, it's going to redline, but it's not going to shift to 4th gear. you have full control of the manual gearbox. Like, it becomes a complete manual gearbox, guys. This is not like the trickery of the computer. After you start coming up to the red line, it will automatically shift for you. No, if you're in the third gear, it'll stick to the third gear, and that is what this manual gearbox is, a proper manual gearbox. Then after that, we can stiffen the suspension out here, where we have comfort. Here we can see it says comfort. We click on it, becomes sports, and becomes sports plus and comfort. So there are 3 settings for the suspension, and in sports plus it is extremely stiff, the suspension, and it's better to use this only and only when you're doing some performance driving or when you're doing some extreme driving. Otherwise, it's best to have it in comfort. Now guys, this car does come with air suspension. Yes, all 4 tires has multi-linked independent suspension, air suspensions, guys. So you are going to feel a little bit comfortable. At least that's what it's driven for. But this car, although as much as it tries to, make sure that you have a comfortable smooth ride, because the car is so low, hunkered down to the ground, and the Mumbai roads are so bad, you're going to feel every single road bump, crease, because you just can't help it. As much as AMG tries to put air suspension on such cars, it just does not really help to that full potential. Coming to the last button out here is the traction control button, which you can on off. Now guys, if you're in Sport Plus mode or you're in the race mode, and if you press this for long, you can go into the drift mode. So we have the suspension settings. We have this in Sport Plus mode, we have this in race mode. Let's go into Sports Plus, manual, Sports Plus, and we have this press once, we switch it off, and we press it long, we can go into the drift mode. Now the drift mode basically means that you can have only the back 2 tires, power sent to the back 2 tires. Guys, this is a 4-wheel drive car. This is 4MATIC, that means 4-wheel drive. At any given point of time, this has 4-wheel drive, that means power is sent to all the 4 wheels, and it decides which wheel gets which power. But when you put the traction control off, that basically means you're in drift mode, and only the power goes to the rear wheels, and the front wheels are open and no power goes to them, so that you can do some drift. Obviously this is an AMG and they do celebrate their drifting, like how BMW does with the M series. So guys, out here, there on the right hand side of the passenger side, there is an air suspension button. So if I click on it, the air suspension will take the car up and drop it down, depending on if it is up or low. And it will also do this if you go into aggressive smooth driving mode, the suspension will sit down automatically. Now guys, this massive touchpad out here which you can play with, and it gives you a haptic feedback. That's also pretty cool. So I can just go down here, and I don't know if I can hear this, but there's a slight noise that comes every time I change it and I go up and down. So now I'm going to go into, it's a kind of a finicky thing to work with. Frankly speaking, you really need to focus on it. It's going to be hard to do this while you're driving. I would just suggest use this instead, because once you're in the drive mode and you want to change the transmission, you can change it into manual, you can go into the drive mode, and you can go into your race mode. You can do everything from here. You can also take control of that from here. You can do this from the MID, which is on the driver's side. But let's just exhaust system can be made into powerful. We can change everything from here, and we can also get a lot of information about the driving, how we are driving, how the individual configuration, how the person is driving, or how you are driving, and how you're performing, how you're braking, acceleration, assist. Now guys, this car has 2 cameras on both its ORVMs, 1 camera on each ORVM. It has 1 camera up front and 1 camera at the back, so that you can get a 360 camera out here when you are parking the car. So guys, coming back to this massive infotainment system, it could be a bit distracting. In my opinion, it's okay, and it just this is not that responsive. It'll probably be for the passenger to take control of and to fiddle around with. But I think you're going to be mostly having both your hands on the steering wheel, because this is not only a very expensive car, but it's a car that you want to be a complete control of at all times. So both your hands will be on the steering wheel, this beautiful Alcantara flat bottom steering wheel, and you can take control of everything from here. Now before we move on to the MID and what all functions are there on the MID, I'm going to just show you all this real quick. There is no Tiptronic on this car. That's all through the paddle shifters at the back, but you have your regular park, neutral, reverse, which you would see in your Mercedes. But on a Mercedes, you would see it on the right hand side of the steering wheel. On the right hand side of the steering wheel, there's nothing out here. There's actually no toggle whatsoever. It's all out here, and this is with a beautiful AMG badge out here. Like you can see out here, it's really beautiful. This is the AMG logo that you would see, and you have your park button at the bottom out here, which is pretty hard to get to. If I have my hand out here, it's pretty hard to get to. But if that's a problem, you can have your your park button like you see all the Mercedes on the right hand side out here. Now up front on the driver's instrument cluster, you can fiddle around with all of this. You can scroll through all of this. You can see your navigation, you can see what date it is, your G-force meter, your boost, all the AMG performance. Then once you're inside here, you can also go into home and you can change this to your assist or your service. We can either control what's on the left hand side, like for example what's getting control by swiping. I can control what's on the right hand side and then go on to the left hand side. All the particular functions out here are also seen. And right now we have the tachometer in the center, the rev meter in the center, all the way up to 7000 RPM with the AMG logo at the bottom. And the screen is just so beautiful, guys. Let me know what y'all guys think in the comment section. This car, is it worth 3 CR? I think it's a bit too expensive in my opinion. Let me know what y'all guys think. We see ambient lighting all over. I'm going to show y'all what this ambient lighting is like below. And this can be changed to 65 different colors if I'm not wrong. 65 colors is just too much to choose from. We have a cruise control out here as well on the right hand side. This is a feel of the POV of the steering wheel. The Alcantara steering wheel just feels so good, and we have the AMG badging at the bottom as well. And all these things, these two particular dials are at an additional cost. They do not come as standard on the car and they aren't cheap. Well, this again is the yellow band that I spoke about that actually matches the brake calipers, and we have the yellow stitching that runs across the car completely, which is also beautiful and in yellow, just to remind you that that is the accent that you have taken on this car. The entire instrument cluster style can be changed. We can now change it. This is the classic setting where everything on the right hand side in this tachometer can be changed out here to get your different. Now just look how beautiful this is. You see the tachometer all around this, and then we see what's in the center. And then you can change this. You can have a navigation also inside this, so you can have your speed out meter out here. You can have it at the heads up display out here as well on top, and you can have your different settings out here. You can have your, then there we see it, V8 bi-turbo. Oh my god, that's just so beautiful out here, which makes everything yellow. Again, remember guys, yellow to match the accents of the car. It's made it yellow, and just look how beautiful it, 7000 RPM it revs up to. And guys, you'll get the maximum amount of boost on this power from 6500 to 7000 RPM, and the maximum amount of torque on this car at the mid range, which is around 2500 to 5500 RPM. And then we have the Super Sport, which is the one that the car was in, where the tachometer or the rev meter will come in the center and your kilometers per hour get displayed out here. A lot of this information gets displayed on the right hand side as well, that you can see and take control of, or your passengers can enjoy whilst you are driving this car to the full potential. Now guys, at the back you can see that the yellow stitching is all the way on the back seats. It's also on the front seats. Now we see some AMG branding out here, but now the seat is covered because of the sanitization and COVID. So the seat is right now wrapped and I can't remove it. But this seat is a bucket seat with these little vents out here. We see the speakers out here. The speakers are everywhere, and you see the ambient lighting around the speakers just looks so beautiful. We have a little bit of a reading light out here, which looks really nice. Again, the doors are soft closing. Now guys, in the optional extra, you get this entire thing as a 3-seater. This is a 2-seater, dedicated 2-seater, and this seats fold 40-40 split. You have this entire thing that can come into a little bit of a screen out here as an option extra, but in this car it's not there. It's just this little storage space with 2 USBs. I feel like there's something missing out here. It feels like at least there should have been an armrest, especially at the back. If you're once in a while going to be sitting at the back while your driver is going to be driving you, there should have been a little bit more out here. But again, that you can get at an additional cost as an option extra on this car. Again, like I told you, the seat belts are black in color. That's the one that you get in India. In the one abroad, you get a yellow color seat belts to match the yellow accents all around the car, or red accents all around the car, whichever one you pick. And again, we have the turbine style AC vents out here that look so beautiful in my opinion. It's just amazing. We have the ambient lighting at the bottom. We see ambient lighting out here. The space is not bad. This driving seat is now accustomed, or as in put to my seat settings. I'm around 5'10", and there's a lot of leg room. The headroom is also not bad. With the sloping roof, that's something to consider. The headroom is also not bad, and it's just, well, it's amazing. Now guys, we have the AMG badging on the left hand side. On the right hand side of the GT63S badging, which just looks so beautiful. The S is in black out here, and this is a carbon fiber wing, which is an optional extra for head lamps. At the bottom we see this rear diffuser, which is a function diffuser, and we see this AMG branded quad tips. We see the AMG branding on these quad tips, which are just so beautiful, which you will see on the regular GT version, the 2-door. We have these super sleek tail lamps, which look exactly like the GT version that you would see on the regular one, and we have these dynamic door indicators. Now guys, this car has soft closing. All the doors have the sensor out here, so if you have the key, the car's door is going to open, and there you go, soft closing. Guys, in the back we see the RZ tires. These are 21-inch. Okay guys, I was wrong. This car is with the more expensive 21-inch tires. These are 315 35 ZR20s. These are the more aggressive tires, the AMG tires, and I love the wall that has the AMG branding out here, and we see the AMG brake calipers in yellow. Guys, these AMG brake calipers are in yellow because it matches the same accents that you see at the inside, and these are carbon ceramic brakes, which are an option extra, which are more expensive, that you would see on the standard car. Now guys, if you have enjoyed the video all the way here, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for a lot of more automobile content and sports car related content like this. Support us and we'll continue to make such videos for you all guys. Let me know if you all enjoy this video. Let me know what you think about this car. Is it worth 3 CR? 3 CR is a lot of money for a car like this, and well, it is a massive engine. It is a high performance engine, so why not? I think in some way it is justifiable. Maybe not 3 CR, maybe half of that. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Remember guys, we are the AMG Performance Center here in Prabhadevi. If you want the best deal on your Mercedes car, not necessarily the AMG cars, any Mercedes car for that matter, if you want the best deal, make sure to contact them, use the channel's name, give our referral, and they will make sure that you get the sweetest possible deal on your car, and make sure you get the perfect car for you, because there's so many Mercedes cars. It's endless. The amount of SUVs that are there, the amount of sedans that are there are endless. So to make sure that you get the perfect car for your price range, for your price bracket, for your particular luxury needs, they are going to help you and make sure you get the best car for the best price. Enough said guys, I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you all did, remember, smash that like button and subscribe to our channel, and I hope to see you in the next video. Till then, happy motoring, stay safe, cheers.